and welcome to our new video. This video we will start on the inside of the small house. Progress has been a bit slow these weeks because of some setbacks and family visiting, but we still managed to do some things. Also, somebody came to drill for water and heat. We tried to do as much as we can ourselves, but some things we simply can't, like drilling 120 meters deep into solid rock. So let's begin.
In story 1, we told you about our plans for the small house. How we were going to put the kitchen in the living room and put a bathroom in place of the old kitchen. We're not going to do that. When the extension was done and we saw what the actual space was, we changed the plan. First, we will put a big door opening in the middle of the room to make it more accessible, because it's still a tiny house. We will build a closet in the corner into the hallway, since the hallway is big enough. In the living room there already was a built-in closet, which we will use to put a boiler, so we have hot water. Along the edge of the room we will build seating, so we can sit at a table or lounge before the fireplace. It will have storage for things like firewood. We will make some cushions to make it comfy. We modified a drawer which came with a bed in the cabin to fit in the bench. Eventually, there will be a cabinet in the corner for extra storage. Where the old kitchen was, we will put a new one. The old one was just too old to be reused. The extension turned out to be too big to be just a bedroom. So we decided to put the bathroom in the extension as well, with a shower and a toilet. And over here is where we will build the closet for our clothes. So that's the new plan. Let's start with actually realizing it. I start with digging a trench for the sewer pipes, which will be connected to the sewage system. This will be done when the digger comes to put down the complete system with all the water pipes, sewage pipes and septic tank. Here I'm building the door frame. This involved cutting into the floor beam, so we won't end up with a huge threshold. And then the setbacks came, all at once. First, my oscillating saw died, which meant we had to chisel everything by hand. Then the cordless drill died, which meant we had to use one with a cord, which was way too heavy and bulky for screwing. And then all of our memory cards and laptops were full. The last made it hard to film everything, since we only had our phones to film results and not the process. So, sorry for that. We never expected memory cards and hard drives to fill up that quickly. Here you see me trying to use the corded drill for screwing. Here's where the memory failed us, and we weren't able to film the building off the floor. There are only some panning shots made with the phone. The floor is insulated with 20 centimeters of glass wool. The floor for the bedroom is already in, but where the bathroom will go is kept open because the water pipes will enter the house over there. For now, we wanted to close everything with insulation, so we could start heating the place before frost comes in. And then the driller came. We needed 2 wells, one for water and one for the heat pump in the big house. Until now, we didn't have any running water at the property and have to go into town every week to fill the water tank of our camper. Apparently, drilling in solid rock is really dusty. As you can see here, this is all the dust being blasted into the forest behind us. The drilling took 2 days for 2 holes. Both are around 110 meters deep. Now this is done, we have to wait for the digger to come and put down all the piping. Since the house is now closed off from the wind, let's begin with the living room. Because the room is very small, we wanted to take out the ceiling. We had to use the saw to take out the ceiling because the cladding for the walls was underneath it and we didn't want to take that out as well. We did keep the ceiling boards as long as possible, so we could reuse them. The winters here can be very cold, so we had to re-insulate the ceiling. These are the boards we took out of the ceiling. We had to clean and sand them, so we can paint them later on. The beams, which are now visible, needed to be cleaned, which made a huge difference. Because we didn't have enough old boards from the ceiling, we needed some new ones, but overall we managed quite well with all the reusing. Also, I routed out a groove on top of the beams to put in some LED strips for lighting. This was it for now. In our next video we will start painting and building up the bedroom. Thanks for watching, please subscribe and see you next time.